Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Maya Noel, and today I'm here with another makeup tutorial. And today I wanted to focus on all things fall. So the colors that I wanted to work with today were like oranges and browns and like just some red and like deep fall colors. And so what I came up with today was like something red on the outside and gold in the inner corners, and I think it turned out really well and it's perfect for fall and just like an everyday look or going out, either one. I don't feel like it's too dramatic or too subtle for like a night out. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get right into the video. So for today we're going to do a fall makeup tutorial, and I'm going to be using mainly the Morphe 350, and I'm going to be using almost like all of the colors in these two columns for this look today. So I have my eyes primed with just a creamy concealer. I just rubbed all over my eyes, and then I have set it with just a like bone colored eyeshadow. So first what I'm going to do is start out with a big fluffy brush that looks just like this. And I'm going to go into the lightest orange shade in the palette, so this one right here. And that's going to serve as our transition color. So I'm just going to messily place that all over the crease area. Okay, so once you have that done, I'm going to take that same brush, and then I'm just going to go into the one shade darker of orange in the last column over here and put that right over top of that, just to kind of deepen the crease a little bit and start getting dimension for the darker browns we're going to start putting in later. And I'm kind of dragging that into the inner corner over here just to help with the blending process for when we start using the browns. Okay, and once you have that, we're going to go into this darker orange shade right here. It's more red. And then we're going to put that just below where we put those two orange colors, just to start adding dimension. And I've switched brushes too, and now I'm using the Morphe M433, and it's just a blending brush. So we're going to put that right in the crease below those two lighter orange colors. Okay, and now after you have that color put in, we're going to start using the browns. So for this one, I'm just going to take the shade that's right below that reddish orange color that we used, and it's a more warm brown. So I'm taking that brown on that same Morphe M433 and putting that a little bit lower in the crease and more in the outer V. So now I'm just going to switch to a pencil brush, and this is the Morphe M419. And then I'm going to take that brush and that same warm reddish brown and just start to put that more precisely in the crease. So you're just going to put it in the outer V and then kind of drag it into the crease all the way, almost all the way into the inner tear duct. Okay, so that is it for the crease. Now we're going to move on to the lid shade. And for this one, we're going to use this sort of shimmery reddish color and put it all over the lid. We're going to use this color right here. I'm going to take the Morphe E32, which is just a flat, more densely packed brush, so I can put a lot more color on there and get it really pigmented right on the center of the lid. And then using swiping motions, I'm just going to swipe it all over my lid from the inner corner all the way until where we see this brown over here. Now you could definitely stop there if you wanted to, but I just wanted to add a little bit of gold to the look just right on top of that red that we just put on, just to add a little bit more life to the look, I guess. So I'm going to be using this gold right here from this Urban Decay palette. This one is called Baked Cowboy, and I'm just going to take it on my finger and then just swipe it right on top of that red we just placed. Okay, and then that is it for the eyeshadow. You can go back in and blend out some of the lines if you feel like you have a harsh differentiation between the gold that you just put on and the brown. But I like the way it looks right now, so I'm just going to leave it. And then we are going to move on to the face. Okay, so first for the face, I'm going to start off and I'm going to prime my face with the Benefit Professional. I'm just going to put that onto my fingers and then smooth it mainly over right here in the middle of my cheeks where I get the most pores. And then I'm going to put it a little bit on the middle of my forehead and then on my chin. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible since I do have oily skin. Put some on my face and then blend it in with a beauty blender. This is my favorite foundation for oily skin. I found that this is the only foundation that can control the oil on my face, especially on my nose area, because the rest of my face is like fine if I use just like a matte foundation, but my nose somehow always gets oily. So this foundation I found is literally one of the only ones that will keep my nose and my T-zone area matte for hours on end. Okay, now I'm going to move on to concealer, and to highlight and conceal I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master concealer, and then I'm going to be taking this Morphe brush. It looks a little bit like a paintbrush, and I'm just going to put that underneath my eyes, and then I'm going to blend that in using a damp beauty blender one more time. Okay, and then I'm just going to put that same concealer down the bridge of my nose, my chin, and then we're going to put it on our forehead as well, but I will do that in a second. And down the forehead in the middle. And then to set that, I'm going to be using my Mercier translucent powder and my beauty blender again, and placing that right underneath my under eyes to prevent it from creasing. I'm gonna get that good and close. Now I gotta put some on the nose too, on the forehead. Really any of the places that you get super oily or that you want to cover up some more. Like for example, I'm going to put a lot of this powder on my nose just because I know my nose will get oily. And then I'm just going to leave that sitting there, and I'm just going to bake this until we are done with the rest of our eyes, and then we'll just wipe it away. I'm also going to set the rest of my face with this translucent powder as well, just using this big fluffy brush and just patting this in. Okay, and now to bronze the face, I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild bronzer. It's just the lightest shade, I think. It looks like this in this large pan. And then I'm going to place that all over in the zones that you want to contour, but not contouring yet, just kind of bronzing the face. We're going to take it on the forehead, temple area, just all over, and a little on the jawline. And then to actually contour, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I am going to take that same brush into this middle shade right here, and then not too precisely, but I'm just kind of rubbing back and forth, trying to get a little more color and depth there. In the hollows of the cheeks, we're going to just lightly contour. Okay, and then to get a more sharper contour, I'm going to be taking the Morphe M523 brush. It looks like this. And then I'm going to be taking this shade right here, and then just going right over top of the other shade we just put in. And I'll first start by taking the pointiest part and going like in a swiping motion, and then I'll turn it to the side and then blend upward. And then I'm going to be taking this small tapered elf brush and just this banana shade right here. And then I'm going to swipe that color right underneath the contour just to clean it up just a little bit, but not making it too harsh. And then I'm going to take that same banana shade and put that on my chin. And I can wipe away this bakage with that banana shade on my nose as well. And then I'll wipe away this underneath the eyes as well. And I might just take a little bit more and put that on my forehead. Just all the places that we highlighted with concealer, we're gonna put our highlighting powder there as well. Okay, and then for blush, I'm going to be taking NYX in the shade Hamptons on this dense, fluffy Morphe brush. I'm going to lightly tap in there and then go right above the contour, just very lightly with the blush. And this is just going to add a little bit more life to the face. Okay, and then for highlight, I'm going to be taking Becca and Jaclyn Hill's Champagne Pop and just a small Morphe. It's like an eyeshadow blending brush, but I'm going to take that and put this and dip it into the Champagne Pop and put it right on the tops of my cheekbones. And I like to blend my highlight over here onto like the temples and just swirl it a little bit, just making like a little C formation. Just a little bit on the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, and then my cupid's bow. Okay, so now that we're done with the face, I'm going to zoom you guys back in and we're going to finish up the eyes. Okay, so I'm not going to do any eyeliner for this look just because I feel like I like the way it looks how it is right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to curl my eyelashes and then put on some false lashes, and that will be it for the top. And then we're just going to put a little bit of eyeshadow on the bottom. Okay, so I just put lash glue on my lashes and I'm waiting for those to get a little bit tacky, and then I will apply those. But while we're waiting, I'm just going to put a little bit more of Champagne Pop in my inner corners as my highlight in there. Okay, well, since these are taking 10 years to dry, I guess we can start on the bottom of our eyes, the lower lash line. So the lower lash line is going to be pretty simple. We're just going to basically do the same thing that we did on the top, but on the bottom. So I'm going to take just any small pencil brush, and I'm going to be taking this. We'll start with this orange shade, the second orange shade that we use on the top of our eyes. And I'm just going to run that along the lower lash line, just mainly in the outer half. So once you get to the inner, just kind of taper it off, and then towards the inner like tear duct, and you don't want any of the orange there at all because we're going to put gold there. And I also like to kind of connect the outer of the pop eyeshadow to the outer edge of the bottom as well, and just kind of round it out. So once I get into the middle part, I'm just kind of stopping because I don't want any of the darker shades to go onto the inside of our eyes because that will close our eyes. And we're going to put gold there, which will sort of open our eyes and make them look bigger. We'll take this reddish orange shade next and put that directly over top. Okay, so I just applied my lashes off camera, and they are the Huda Beauty Sasha lashes. And so now I'm just going to continue with the bottom lash line. We're just going to take that more medium reddish brown color and then smudge that right along where the oranges were placed. Again, not wanting to go into the inner corner. Okay, and then we'll stop there for the outer edge. And then just for the inner, I'm going to take that same Baked Cowboy shade in this Urban Decay palette and put that on the inner corners of my eyeballs. So for the lips, I just want to do like a more nude, neutral color. I don't want to take away from the eyes too much, but you could for sure do a dark lip, like a dark red or like a purple plummy color. But for today, I am just going to go with a more wearable color. I honestly don't even know what this is, but it's like this mauvey pink shade, and then it's just a lip liner. I'm going to line my lips with that. I'm going to fill them in with that color too. Last but not least, I would spray my face with setting spray if you wanted this to stay on for the whole day, but unfortunately I just ran out. But I would use Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray and just spray it all over my face, and then I would be ready to go. But that is the end of the makeup tutorial, and thank you guys so much for watching. I really love the way this makeup came out. It's so perfect for fall, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you. Bye.